So this next thing is from TGEU, Transgender Europe Group, Trans Europe and Central Asia. And they are talking about the news that the Advocate General delivered an opinion on a case which is going on at the moment, which is about violating, well, Hungary is basically trying to genocide LGBT people. They're trying to just get, they're doing they banned Pride, and they're trying to ban talking about LGBT people publicly, basically. And they've got this child protection law. It's the standard right-wing bullshit where they're just trying to, remove LGBT people from society. And anyway, in the process of what's going on, you have this role called the Advocate General, who's like one of the highest up legal people who offers opinions to give to, like legal opinions to give to judges before they make decisions on cases. And at the moment there's a case going on which is the European Commission versus Hungary. And basically they've given an opinion which is quite good and strong and supports LGBT people. So TGEU here highlights, crucially, the opinion confirms that gender identity is protected under the grounds of sex in Article 21 of the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights. That is quite a big deal. This means that trans and non-binary people, minors and adults, are protected from discrimination across all areas of life. The opinion highlights how Hungary's law censors LGBT content, restricts visibility and blocks access to affirming info for trans youth, especially for minors. This causes serious harm to well-being, dignity and safety. It also firmly rejects the parental right to justify censorship. Why this matters: legal clarity empowers trans people to fight back against discrimination in education, healthcare, media and beyond. Public bodies and courts across the EU must now take this interpretation into account when designing policies. So this is like quite high up important legal stuff in Europe. TGEU welcomes this opinion as it reflects the lived realities of trans people and centres self-determination, not medical status. Whether or not someone has medically transitioned, they're protected under EU law. So that is good. That's a big deal. But importantly, and of course, this stands in welcome contrast to a recent UK Supreme Court ruling that risks excluding trans people from vital legal protections. While we await the final ruling, this opinion sends a clear and hopeful message. Trans rights are not optional, they are fundamental to the EU's legal order. So, in my layman understanding, the case could still go either way, though it looks pretty clear that Hungary is breaking the EU law, basically. How that will all pan out, I don't know. But if the court does rule in that way, then it will, like they say, possibly be in contrast, like legal conflict with the UK Supreme Court ruling, which just gives us a lot more strength if we get a case to go that far. So that is a good thing. And also it does give strength to cases lower down. It's not like we are going to lose every single case until we get one to the Supreme Court, because courts are supposed to take all of these rulings into account too. So this is positive. We do have the whole article here. I don't know if we want to read the whole thing, but there are some important parts. Yesterday's opinion discusses how Hungary's law restricts the visibility of people with gender identities that do not correspond to their sex assigned at birth. Such a restriction, the Advocate General finds, constitutes discrimination on the grounds of sex. So this is important because the gender criticals are always trying to argue that birth sex is all there is. But here they're saying that it isn't that simple, basically. So yeah, that is pretty good. It just says they reaffirm that trans people are protected under the EU's Charter's prohibition of sex discrimination. Which, I mean, I guess we already knew, but we did also at one point already know that the Equality Act 2010 in the UK protected trans people, and now we don't. So you never know with this legal stuff, but this is positive. This is a good thing, and hopefully can give us some optimism in a time when it's hard to feel optimistic.